part of my body was in place. Many people died and never saw this day. So another day I live, I appreciate. Don't ever wanna act too high and mighty, cause tomorrow I can fall down on my face. So in everything, Lord, I give you praise, and that puts a smile on my face. Lord, I thank you for sunshine, thank you for rain, thank you for joy, thank you for pain. It's a beautiful day, beautiful day, beautiful day. Don't fuss and fight, let us unite. We got one life and let's go. It's a beautiful day, yeah. It's a beautiful day. So yeah, though I walk through the valleys of the shadows of death, I will fear no evil, won't be dismayed. When I see the clock ticking away and things are not in place, everything in life happens for a reason. Disappointment comes with a lesson. It's for me to get wiser, got to work harder. In the end, it will get better. Lord, I thank you for sunshine, thank you for rain, thank you for joy, thank you for pain. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day, yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day on your dialing station, Vicinity 95.3 FM. It's a cool day morning. This is the kind of weather that tells you money should not be made today. But no, we know we have to go out there and do the needful. So either the weather is cool, it's hot, it's ash, whatever it is, we are outside. Abina, they say we are outside. No, this one we are inside though. So stay indoors. I beg, don't do we are outside. Yeah, the weather it's really a good weather, but regardless, don't stay outside. We are inside today. Welcome on the morning show. OLUWAFUNKE Israel.
Welcome on the show. I'm Aisha Ibrahim.
Good morning, and I am Paul Eteng.
Yeah, so coalition. We know we will never have enough of all of these talks until 2027. Until it's over, it's not over. But it's sad to see that these talks will continue until 2027, because until now, it's already sounding like a broken record. But we have to keep moving. Except the only thing that will determine 2027, we do not know. But for now, talks are still on and all of that. I tell you, Nigerians are already tired of all of the talks around, these political activities, preparations towards 2027 election. But we cannot not talk about it, because it's something we have to talk about. Now we remember last week, the whole coalition talks and groups and leaders, came together. Eventually, they adopted the ADC, African Democratic Congress, the ADC. We were looking forward to them jumping on ADA, ADA, All Democratic Alliance. But eventually, it seems like they've decided to settle for ADC. And now, the concern this morning is, as it is, Labour Party presidential candidate in 2023 election is saying that he is going to run for presidency. Now he has made that bold statement. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has also said the same, that he will give it a shot again, when he was a delegation led by former Minister of Transportation, Abdullahi, visited him, and he said he will give it a shot because he's tired of all of the corruption situation in the country. And he's saying that, of course, at this point, if he is given the chance, former Vice President Atiku said, if he is given the chance, he will make sure Nigeria does not suffer corruption. And under his leadership, he will tame corruption. And we know corruption is one of the biggest challenges in this country. It's one of the things even fueling insecurity. We must, it is. Because if we have dealt with, the issue of insecurity at the root cause and even other remote causes, we know that this thing will have been tamed and nipped in the bud. But because there are some, people who are backing this with strong elements, it's hard to go around it. But there is no challenges that's not insurmountable if we are ready. So corruption is the bedrock of a lot of things, a lot of ills in our country. We talk about insecurity, corruption. We talk about, ministries, departments, and agencies of the government, doing whatever they like, and not being accountable, to their responsibilities, corruption. So at this point, now seeing that former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, is bent on, working. If he is given the chance, he said one thing he is going to tame is corruption. Well, we've seen every leader. I've not heard any leader who come on board, campaign, give their campaign promises, deliver manifesto, not mention corruption. Of course, we know it's one of the things eating up, the African continent and our country, Nigeria. And when you see them, mention this corruption, EFCC was set up because we want to tackle in corruption. We want to tackle corruption. ICPC is there. But at this point, you see all these bodies, all these agencies there to fight corruption. But we're asking, are they really even, fighting this corruption to the letter? Or we're just here, just playing hanky-panky with the whole situation? And now, the question is, ADC, as it is, even Wike, Federal Capital Territory Minister Yeson Wike has come to say, Obi, you can never be president. But we know we all make bold statements, and that does not account. It might account to something, but then, these people are entitled to their opinion. Now, at this point, that Obi has come to say he would run. Do you think ADC, eventually, ticket will be given to someone, they are going to run primaries and all of that, and the best man who emerges winner will be the flag bearer of the presidential candidate under the coalition ADC. Now, at this point, Obi has shown interest, to run for presidency, but we're not sure if he's going to be on the platform of the coalition. But we know he is part, and we've seen, pictures, images everywhere, meetings that he is there. Even some faction of the Labour Party has come to say Obi resign from Labour Party because you're neither here nor there. It's only some of these PDP leaders who have resigned from their party and moved, but others have not resigned and they've moved to the coalition ADC. At this point, do you think that Atiku should be given a shot on the platform of the ADC? Oh, why did you even turn your face? Come on.
Well, first of all, let's it not feel like we are, taking sides.
Yeah, of course, there's no taking sides. We're just saying,
side.
should he be given the shot again on
Well,
that platform?
To me, Atiku has been running for, he has been contesting for the presidency, for the office of the presidency. So, but I think now is the best time he should, take a seat and allow,
Give someone else
give
a
someone
chance.
else,
Just
yes.
offer support.
Yes, for support, because his support is going to go a long way in whoever that will emerge as the flag bearer of the coalition. So, I feel Atiku should,
Take a step
take
back.
a step
Are you
back.
saying this because he's tried for a number of times and there is no
well,
success? Or you're saying this because you think him coming into that position might not really, be the real thing we desire at this point? So is
like
it a
I
matter
s-
of popularity or chances that, or a matter of chance that if the coalition eventually, now this is not even going to be maybe their anti, we don't know how they're going to go about it. If it's going to be, they're going to have primaries, eventually someone will emerge, and if he's in the running, he emerges as the primary, the person who win the primaries. Do you think ADC stand a chance? So that's the thing.
If the person emerges, whoever, that's what I'm saying, whoever that emerges as the flag bearer depends, because
It goes a long way. Remember,
exactly
emerges.
it goes a long way, because if the person that emerges as the flag bearer does not have, like I said, the support is needed. To me, I feel Atiku should just take a back seat, understand, and then give support to. he was the former vice president of the country. You understand? He knows
Yeah,
how
gone
he has
through
he has
that
yes he has
way.
experienced the
What it
you know
means to be
what it
a
means
yeah,
to govern the
nation,
a nation.
Nigeria.
Yes, so he should give his support. As someone as an elderly person, give his support. You understand? And if he gives support, his followers, his
Of course,
supporters.
his supporters will also,
Thank you.
line behind
And
him
whoever that emerges as the flag bearer, the other members, their support too from their supporters would also it will give the ADC a strong chance, because when all of them come together to support whoever that emerges as the flag bearer, it will give them this strong, because you are getting support from here, left, right, center. You understand, for different regions. So I feel yes, Atiku should take a back seat, and you've been contesting, and you were once the vice president, so your experience is actually needed now. Yeah.
Now coming to Obi said he will run for presidency, not Atiku's VP, and he has said this is speculations. And this is not the first time we've heard this over and over again, even during the 2023 election before he left the People's Democratic Party for the Labour Party eventually. And now Obi is here, but they have all just been talking that they're going to, run for presidency, but no clear decision on which platform. But at this point, we know Obi may just have two choice: Labour Party or the ADC. And now we know that, Obi supporters, the obedience movement, and all of the people who want to see a candidate like Obi try again. At least he's also representing the part, and we can never remove the fact of geopolitical zones. He's also representing a particular region. In as much as we will not say, okay, it should be done, it should be a tribe thing, but we know that when something is close to home, people hold it dear to their hearts. And Obi is close to the people in the southeast, and even close to the people in the south, because somehow, if we can't have south, at the time it was Goodluck Jonathan, it was south. But at this point, south people will be more drawn to Obi. If they're not going to play politics, if they're going to do it by region, that let's give somebody from this region a chance. Of course, they will want to consider someone like Obi. There are plenty factors to this thing. People might want to, okay, let's give this person a region a chance, or let's give this person because we believe in him, he has the support of the youth. So many factors will come to play. And all of these factors will be the choice of the people. Me, I might decide to choose that, okay, I want to vote Obi because the youth love him. Other persons might decide that, okay, he's someone from the southeast, and we've not had a south candidate or a president from the southeast since we had this unbroken democracy for 26 years. So people will have things they want to lean towards that. But at this point, I know Obi still seem like somebody who is very much interested. He has shown his interest, and he still have movement. Do you think there's a kind of decline? Because during 2023 election, we saw how Obi was everywhere. It was as if the whole country, we should even name Nigeria. Because everyone just loved it. At this point, we don't really see much of this much talk about obedience movement on the internet again. Let's not deny the fact. So does it mean that followership is declining, or it's just that they are just playing silence for a while? When the time comes that he has eventually adopted a party, maybe we will see that movement jump on.
We are 2027 is still and
a lot of things going to happen.
And not to say, a lot people are, just like how the obedience movement started. First of all, it just came up. It just came up. Thank you. I know now. I feel now is because they are still,
Strategize.
if you go on
working.
social media, on the popular social media,
Okay.
yes, you would see a lot of people, like, when you're going through the feeds and, it's still actually still happening, Funke. If you go on
They'll
social
be there,
media,
yes.
yes, you'll be there. Because when you go on social media now, you see a lot of people saying that if the ticket is not given to Obi, they'll rather vote for the understand the other party. So and a lot of people are saying that fine, Atiku is understand he was the vice president, he has tried, and a lot of people are also saying age wise now, let's come to the age wise now. In 2027, Atiku will be about, I think, 80, if I'm not mistaken. You understand? So I think that is why people are people, from what I've seen, some persons are actually saying he should, you understand, retire and let the other ones that are much say younger than him
Yes.
come out and contest. So the obedient movement now, I feel it's because of they have still not decided. But once the party, if he eventually comes up as the flag bearer, then
You see
this
how
nation
much
usually
it's
takes
gonna
us
go
by
up
surprise.
again,
You see a lot of
yes.
things by
Of
surprise.
course, we're still going to see a lot of defection. Now we think that ruling party, All Progressives Congress have it all, but we might surprises are coming. People will still be moving around, over from here to there, and trying to see where they have their footing, where they know that wherever their political ambition is, this is the party that would give them all of the support. And let's not forget, we have Amechi there. Well, at this point, do you think Amechi should be shooting for? Well, we cannot say who should vie for the position of presidency. It's open. Every Nigerian, in as much as a Nigerian, meet whatever it is, the criteria, to run for presidency. You just find a political platform, a party, and then declare your ambition, and follow the procedure of the party and jump. And we have the former governor of Kaduna State, El Rufai, also there. Now, this brings me to El Rufai's son criticizing Obi, but now seeing Obi, El Rufai, all of the leaders in the coalition, you see these people, they are from opposition party, they have fired shots at themselves at a point, and that's why I always say to people, politicians, you never find sworn, politicians do not, make sworn enemies.
Of course.
You cannot, see, until today, even if the presidency, President Bola Tinubu, there was a time he called, the group under ADC, internally displaced politicians and all of that. Yes, they throw all these jabs, but eventually one day you see them, give handshakes and all of that. And I think Nigerians are coming to understand that in politics we don't have sworn enemies, because it's just like we're changing. It's a round table.
Yes, of course.
It keeps rolling, and it might be your turn today, our turn today, and we might eventually find ourselves on that round table and having conversations again. Who would know that will be Atiku will have talks and then be on the same platform? These are just the thing. And at this point, it's just now telling us that even as followers or supporters of these parties or candidates, we shouldn't fight till the end. Make it a very serious thing, that because you don't support my party, you see what 2023 election did to us as a country. Yeah, you see even friends, intimate friends, get on each other's nerves over I support this and don't support this. Some people even had to stay away or even disengage.
It's just like a game of football. The fans are always the ones that always cause, I think there's division between the, you say I'm this person's fan, you are this person's fan, but at the end of the day, when the game ends, you understand, on their leisure time, you see the same footballers who just, together, fine, they might not be very, very close friends, but they respect each other. But you see the fans, that's what they say, now maybe the problem, they are the ones that are always the problem, because you'll be like, oh, we always want constant
Yeah.
division fight. Have you ever seen two footballers fighting physically or exchanging
what?
points? No, it's always the fans.
If I fight
So-
you, it's not going to reduce my salary.
Exactly.
Or my
So you see
take-home.
these politicians, they'll say, this person is this person is
that
that.
person is
They'll
that.
stand and say, criticize the politician, criticize this other politician. At the end of the day, once there's maybe a dinner or something, you see all of them coming together, eating, laughing, shaking hands.
After
You
the
understand?
election,
Nothing
after the
happened.
election, you just
Exactly.
there's peace again.
You understand?
Now there is nothing to fight about.
Yeah.
Ehen,
They
so
already got their position,
it's just this, we the supporters would say are the ones that are always making it seem like, oh, this is. Have you ever seen two prominent politicians, like top class, exchanging punch,
And
fighting? No,
sometimes they fight too.
no,
At party level, national
no,
assembly.
top. That's what I say. It's not just
Top.
like
No,
those
no,
ones
no.
that are, very,
Yeah,
understand.
when
At
they are-
the,
when
Very
there's-
into
you will never,
politics.
you hardly,
when
maybe.
there's heated conversations, of course, sometimes we see them throw punch.
Yes, punch. Yes, that is true. But when I'm talking about, it's not everyone that you understand. There are some that are actually yes. So it's like I say, it's the supporters that are actually the ones that start making it seem like, oh, these people are it's like enemies. So sworn enemies. So yeah, it's
Now, we've
politics.
seen all of these things playing out, but now, there's been this conversation raised by Aisha Yusufu, who we know is very big on, speaking out. She even became more popular, much more popular during the NSAS movement in 2020. Now, my own issue here is, the more we talk about this coalition, we just still see, our old politicians, the elder ones, the ones we've seen there, do the thing. What room are they, creating for the young minds? The young minds who are ready, the young minds who are prepared, the young minds who, can do what it is they want to do now. Because eventually, aside even the NDC coalition, other political parties, like, are they really even thinking about bringing other? At the end of the day, there are interest groups. Yeah, youth. The youth is an interest group. The women, the women association organization, or women at large, they are interest groups. How are you, seeking to bring these people together? Because you need support. All of the things they are doing now is just support from politicians
So
and
those
all of that.
two.
These interest groups, you need to bring them on board.
The two you mentioned, women and youth.
The youth. It's like we're not even looking in
If
that
those
direction.
are the two main, should I say, points of, I would
Contact
say,
to
yes,
to the
to
masses.
winning an election. Yes, forget the fact that okay, men. But you see, women and youth, those two. If women want to go all out for a particular person, don't forget people now they carry.
With the carry matter for it.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is why if you notice the former first lady, Goodluck Jonathan, the impatient, she,
Yeah, she-
women.
she carry
A lot of
work
yes.
for me.
So women are. That is why when you see politics in a party, when they say women, if women are not fully engaged, it's like it's just I don't know. It's just
the
like
only time we see when they engage women is when they are now ready. When the whole
yes.
primary
Doing
is
the
done,
campaign.
they
Yes.
now have a candidate. They now start. Oh yeah, let's call the women. This is the
Women
women.
need-
Very true.
But now when you're taking decisions, where are the women?
Where
Where
are
are the
the
youth
peop-
groups? Where are these interest groups? Where did you put them? But when the whole thing is finalized, the food
Yes.
is ready. You now tell them, yeah, take the food, go and sell.
Yes.
But were we part of people who made that food? That this thing you want to sell to, you want us to sell to the masses.
Of course.
We were not there on the on that table making this decision and telling you that okay, this is what we know the women we want, and this is how we can support the
Thank
women.
you.
All you just do is okay, yeah, take go. This is what we want you to dish out, and
Then,
then they too they will carry it.
Very
and go
true.
when
I
it's
know
not
in
sacrifice.
situations like this, you rightly said what the women want. You need a woman to know what a woman wants. You need a youth to know what the youth wants. You need a man to know what men want. You understand? So if you just feel like, oh, the men will decide what the women want, what the youth want, it's like, just, I don't know, it's like just throwing, you understand, bullets aimlessly. You're not aiming at the right thing. You get. So they need women. Those women and youths. Should I say they are? I don't know if I should say they are the most powerful in any party, because when women want to go all out for candidates, and don't forget we have women from the north, south, east, west, and these people, once they speak,
and when they are convinced,
yes, when they are convinced,
when they are convinced and you carry them along and they are sure that this vision, they can share it with
you. See, during election period, I mean, we have all voted. You see, during election period, you see women, elderly women coming out to vote. Even in all these places that are all these remote villages, you see there are women, elderly women coming out to vote. Those are people that would actually turn things in an election. You understand? So women and youth, those two are the most important.
Yeah, and let's make them, part of the decision makers in our political parties, not just them. When we're done, then we just start ordering them around, go do this and give them Ankara. And yes, now we customize all the dresses and wrapper and tell them to share. Then we come and sing and dance.
Give them position.
Yes, we come and sing and dance. I'm a woman. I'm not supposed to be singing and dancing at political rallies.
Give them positions. There are women in top level.
Put them there. Make them secretaries. Give them position in this political party. Let them be part of the decision maker. Yes. And then don't just give us rapper and give us, song to sing. Oh yeah, this is the song you people will learn. I'm serious. This is it. This is the song you people will learn. And then this is the song we sing. And this is the rally. How we're going to go about the rally.
Of course.
Women can do more than this. And maybe when other women, the masses see that, okay, this is the chance they are giving women, then they will take, their part in active politics.
Of course.
Yes, and they used to. But we see a DC coalition in other political parties, they are coming together, even with those that have crisis in their party. You're not bringing the women on board. And you think they don't really matter because you think that this is politics, it's for men. You'll be surprised that politics is not just for a gender.
Politics is not for a gender.
Yes.
Politics is for all. For a male and female, of course.
And you're not giving them room, to actively participate. For women, rise, because one day we shall have a woman party.
Yes, so
no, it's not just party,
a woman leader.
Women leader in this country. Allow women take position of leadership, even to the position of vice and vice president. We've had that in Liberia and what's this country again where we have Samia Salihu. So let's keep doing what's right by these people, because at the end of the day we're all in this together. It's time for us to go on the morning show, this beautiful Monday morning. Do well, to take care of yourself. The cold is here. Don't expose yourself to cold. Our children going to school, let's wear them, thick clothes so that they don't catch cold. Thank you for joining us on the morning show this morning. It's time for us to go. OLUWAFUNKE is your producer, is Fatai Giwa.
Yeah, thank you for joining us on the program. I'm Aisha Ibrahim.
And I'm Paul Eteng. Do have a lovely day.
Yeah, bye for now.
Dear Lord, help my destiny. Let someone invest in me like $10, 'cause I have to blow.
We are 95.3 Vicinity FM.